Good morning, all. Welcome to my building. The building that has an $818 a month maintenance, $161 a month assessment. The 50-year recertification is only, I don't even know, pushing how many years behind. I'm going to do a very structured video later on this. The building manager has been fired from my building. There's a long email I could put in that was sent to everyone. I could fill you all in a properly constructed video as to what's been going on here. Building manager is gone. Different board members, different treasurer, president of the building, board members, everyone's fighting with each other. I need to film a well-constructed video. What's been going on here at the building? Apparently the building watches all my videos. Hi. But I need to go out now and clear my head. Consider this a pre-condo update video to the video that I will do later. I guess you would call it shit hit the fan at my building, and I don't really know. We're all very confused. There's no transparency as to what's going on with the building, but long story short, building manager has finally been fired. But everyone apparently at my building found my videos. It's not really the safest to be in the common elements of my building. There's a lot of very rabid people that live here. And, you know, again, we have residents like a woman that crashed into 7 cars in the parking lot because she was under the influence of something. And the police had to arrest her. We have a lot of people at our building that are at that level. So it's not the best to be in the lobby. You know, would they be arrested? Of course, but you don't want to get punched out by one of them in the lobby because the building has essentially gone rogue. So gonna head out now to clear my head. So now I'm in my car. Again, my car doesn't have air conditioning. I'm not spending money on anything that I don't have to. Don't come at me in the comments and be like, oh, you bought a $5 shirt. It's like, give me a break with that. I'm not gonna spend $2,000 on my car to get the air fixed for the second, third time when the thieves here of car dealerships and different places don't properly fix anything. It causes me a lot of stress. You know, I've taken on my building in the past. Just a recap, and I'll mention it again in the next video. My building about a year ago tried to do some scheme where they put out a notice that said, in the event we put out an assessment and you decide you want to sell your unit, that money owed of the assessment gets paid out in escrow. You can't do that. You have to come up with all the money ahead of time. And when there was a Zoom meeting, one of the people on the board was asked, well, what if we can't do that? You won't let us sell our units. And he's like, well, we'll foreclose on your unit and we'll take your unit. There was a lot of sketchy things happening. This person also made comments in the Zoom meeting referring to the board member that the building was on a very valuable piece of land, and it's a very valuable piece of peninsula of the land and desirable to the area. There was a lot of sketchy comments that raised eyebrows as to why things were being done. Long story short, again, with that incident, I got an attorney. I wrote the attorneys that of the building that I am suspicious of a lot of odd things happening at this building. This in itself, requiring people to do this, is very odd. And quite frankly, if you are attorneys and you are involved in something that you could possibly know is off, then I'm going to report your license. I'm going to report you to the Florida bar. So very quickly, that it was a mistake. They counseled their client, referring to the building, and the building rescinded that rule. But and again, I am not an attorney, and I feel like I have to say that a lot, and especially in today's world, because I am smart and I'm educated and I know how to formulate a sentence. Sometimes I'm probably not grammatically correct, but you know, the building residents, a lot of them, they walk around, they're like, why can't anyone do anything anytime they want? It's like, well, that's why people rely on people to be that type of mindset, so that way they can do whatever they want. It's like, again, to my building fans that watch my videos, hi. So we have arrived at the mall. Multiple cars try to cut us off. One in particular that like zoomed from the wrong lane and then darted in front of traffic. It's like they had a out-of-state license plate. Thank you for coming to Miami. We really needed you here. Enjoy somewhat of my day off, even if I know later in the day I'm going to be creating content. By getting out and resting my head, it's difficult, as I pointed out in my last video, where I went out to try to enjoy my day, but I'm having run-ins with friends all over the place that you want to rest your mind, but meanwhile, you know, we have what you're seeing happening in Ohio happening in Miami also. I don't know how much I'm going to get into it in this video, but this is Aventura. This is a wealthy area, and maybe not the extent of what you're seeing in Ohio happening with this story that came out with, you know, your pets and everything. But there are a lot of problems at security chasing them. So I'm in the mall now. I'm gonna go. If we want Chipotle now, or we wanted to get it to go. Feeling, like I said, this is a pre-video to a video I'm gonna make on what's happening with my building, because I haven't done an update video in a while on what's happening with my condo. But I'm gonna head out now from the mall, maybe stop by the grocery store. Mentally, that you must cope and kind of get used to this new norm of what has happened to the world under the Biden administration. I mean, he has destroyed the country, and destroyed the country. You know, a lot of the woke students that are radicalized through the college systems, they're very young. A lot of them may at some point, as they grow up and mature, change their way of thinking. But in the meantime, a lot of their way of thinking, and if they vote a certain way, it's too late, you know. You know, they'll be like, we need more diversity in the world. We're not talking about diversity. We're not talking about people who are going to go to Harvard or become an oncologist or things like that. We're talking about people that are leaping through the air, jumping on top of coffee stands, and then they'll come back and be like, well, that's not the majority. It's a lot of what is the current problem right now. And then then I'll have gaslighting on my channel. Did you ever think that the way we have taken over other countries and colonialism and all this other stuff is the reason that these countries became this way? No, if someone is Mr. Squid, he was probably meant to be Mr. Squid, but the gaslighting is endless. Yeah. I just feel, I think my vlogging has become a coping mechanism. So, just gonna probably end the video here. I'm gonna head to the grocery store, pick up a few things. I need to edit this, but I also need to do a proper video explaining what is happening with my building. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.